seen a couple of those videos, and I thought the concept was really interesting, and I thought I'd do my own. As you can tell by the title, today we're gonna be talking about my worst job experience ever. Now, y'all, I want to give y'all a little background. I have had like 50 jobs. I kid you not. I'm only 19, and I've worked at Claire's, Hot Topic, Edible Arrangements. I worked at a Korean cafe. I worked from home, bro. If you guys ever seen, what's the name of that show where the girl, she's like, guess who got a job at so and so? She always has a new job. I forgot what it's. Oh, Austin and Ally. Have y'all ever seen that show? That's literally me. I find joy in like switching from job to job. But this most recent job that I've had has been like the longest job I've ever stayed at. Let me talk a little bit slower because I know you guys like prefer the slow talking. So this job that I recently had has been the longest job I've ever stayed at, which has been like almost 2 years. So about 2 years ago, I moved from Atlanta, Georgia, to the place where I stay now, which I'm not gonna like put my location out there, but I live in a very tiny town, and literally nobody that I live near has my like YouTube or anything, so nobody's gonna like find out about this video. But so, and I'm not gonna tell the name of the company, but it all started when well, this was like from November to December, right? I've been in November to December, I'd already been at the job for like a year, and well, more than a year, obviously. And I was dealing with the loss. If you guys remember, I was dealing with the loss of my father. He passed away in August of last year, and you know, I've been dealing with that, but my feelings, my emotions, they come up and down. And with November and December coming around, it was gonna be my first holiday, my first Thanksgiving, my first Christmas without really being able to hear from my father, at least like talk to him, or you know, even spend the holidays with him, right? So obviously it was like taking a toll on my mental health. And when my father did first pass away, I did get like a week or two. I think I got like a week and a half off of work, and that was cool or whatever. It wasn't enough time, but you know, I didn't complain about it because I'm the type of person that little like store gear, like store hat and like store shirts. We're always promised stuff for going above and beyond. Never received anything. Like our manager never like went through with anything that she promised us for overachieving. And also around this time we had just got something else added to beyond what was in the job description, right? So we got DoorDash and Uber Eats and basically any other online food delivery service. So not only were we doing more work and we didn't get a raise that was promised, we were just doing more work than what we were originally doing, and there was nothing to show for it, like not even a pat on the back, I'm talking. So yeah, like we were even promised more hours if we had hit certain goals. Never got extra hours, never got anything that we were promised. And that Friday that I came in, one of the shift supervisors, she was like excited about us reaching this high number or whatever. I think it was like a 60 something or whatever. And mind you, I'm trying to say, we were at like a 30 at one point. 60 is good. So she was like, you know, jumping up and down and like just jumping for joy and like just very, very happy. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like I didn't really understand why that made I understood why that made her happy, because I wasn't even really worried about her, but she was saying it loud enough for everybody to hear. That's the whole point of this conversation, or the whole point of this like story. She was saying it loud enough for everybody to hear, right? And then my friend, like literally everybody else was dead silent. It was like six of us including me, and one lady's over there jumping for joy, and then my friend that I work with, she starts like jumping for joy and being happy and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, my friend's happy. Like, of course, I'm gonna be happy when my friend's happy. But I decided to ask her, like, why was she happy about that? Because I don't know if like sometimes I be feeling like I have a little tism in me. No offense, but I feel like I be struggling to understand why some people are happy, because I understood why my the shift supervisor was happy, because she's a leader in like the company or whatever. She's a leader in the company, and if the business is doing good, that looks good on her leadership, right? But my friend and I had the same title, so it was like we weren't like rewarded extra like the shift supervisors are for getting the score, right? So I'm like asking her, and I didn't ask it rude or anything, but it was a me and my friend conversation. Like I can talk to my friend in different ways that I wouldn't necessarily talk to random people that I work with, because I have like a relationship, a connection with her, right? So, and I don't think my friend necessarily took it rude. Yeah, she didn't take it rude. So I asked her, why are you happy about the score? Like, why does that make you happy? And then she was telling me that it made her happy because what's call it, our shift supervisor was happy, and I was like, okay, that's fair enough. But my shift supervisor, she heard me ask my friend why that made her happy, and she, instead of like, for one, she wasn't minding her business. Like, okay, not only was she not minding her business, she decided to walk in the back and talk smack about me, and she was like saying that all types of things, like, oh, if this store gets shut down, you're gonna be the one without a job. And she started saying that I was a Debbie Downer, and she started saying that she doesn't need negative energy in her life. First of all, nobody was talking to you. Second of all, it's like I wasn't talking to her. Again, third of all, I wasn't talking to her. So it's like, she took that super, super, super offensive, when my friend didn't even take that offensive. Like, maybe I can reflect on my mistakes. Maybe I should never ask my friend if supervisor before I tell you the next story that led up to me quitting, right? So this shift supervisor in particular is very extremely lazy. Like, think of the laziest person you know, and lazier than that, because it's like most of the time she has people doing her job for her. And you know, like I said, at first I was cool with this shift supervisor. I didn't mind, you know, because it was like, I was like, okay, you know, if it ever comes to it, I got lip gloss on my nail. If it ever comes to it where I need help, if it ever comes to a point where I need help, she would help me. Boy, was I so freaking wrong. Boy, was I so freaking wrong. So, you know, she would sit down in the bag, eat her food, eat her Chick-fil-A, eat her Big Mac, whatever. And she would scroll on her phone, scroll on her social media, and basically tell us what to do. Tell us to do her job. So basically she had this thing called a count or whatever, where you count everything in the entire store. It's not an easy job, by the way, but that's why she gets paid extra for it, you know. So sometimes she would, well, not sometimes, 70% of the time, she would make us do it for her. And like I said, I didn't say nothing about it. Other people didn't really say anything about it because she was cool at first, right? So yeah, she would be sitting down making us do her work, right? Anyways, so that's the preface to this next story that I have to tell y'all about this job. So it was literally the next day. Like I said, this last story took place on a Friday. This was like that Saturday. So I'm still mourning my father, still in overall down mood, because it's like, you know, Thanksgiving's coming up. Wait, I don't know if it was Thanksgiving. No, it was Christmas. You know, Christmas is coming up and stuff, and Thanksgiving just passed, and I'm like, dang, my dad's really gone. And the only reason why I can talk about it right now is because I'm trying not to focus on that. I'm trying to focus more on the story. So if I focused on that, I would be breaking down and crying right now. But you know, we're not gonna dwell on that too much. But anyways, so that next Saturday I went to work at 4:30 in the morning. No, I went to work late. Okay, I feel like I'm telling this story all over the place because I have more to add. After I started doing the first task, she had a problem with me doing she had a problem with the order that I was doing the tasks in, and she told me to do the other task first, which it completely did not matter which order they went in, by the way. She just wanted to micromanage me, so I knew something was up. Late. I was supposed to be there for like 4:30, and I came there like 5. Yeah, like 5. So I was like 30 minutes late. And you know, 2 people were already there. It was my friend, ironically, and the shift supervisor, ironically, right? As soon as I come in, it's no way, it's no hi, it's no good morning. I mean, I think my friend told me good morning or hi. Usually my friend's pretty excited about me coming, but the shift supervisor that I'm talking about, no hey, no hi, no good morning. tasks that my friend, wanted to do. And she was like, but I told you to do both of them. So what's the problem? And she has like this whole attitude basically while saying that to me. And I'm like, and I just started ignoring her. Literally, I kid you not, I just started ignoring her because I know that if I was to go back and forth with her, I was gonna wind up walking out. And I always told everybody that I work with, if I was to ever quit, which I never thought about quitting, I always told them if I was to ever quit, I would put in a 2 weeks. So I don't want to walk out. Which I spilled lip gloss everywhere. Oh, where? It's perfectly fine. Okay. Look, I told them, just to help them out, I would put in a 2 weeks. But getting towards the end of my working there, that wasn't the case anymore. So after that day, after I went home, it was like little slick comments that she made to me, but it was nothing that like not telling me, good morning and like, having an attitude with me. It was just little slick comments that she would make to me throughout the day. But and then like she also it was like 2 slick comments. I don't want to make it seem like it was like a lot, but she would also like just try to like I don't know how to make it make sense, like not be by me, if that makes sense. Because we work in such a small environment, like we're always like near each other. I don't know if I'm taking it personally. I might have been taking it personally, but it just seemed like she was trying to avoid me, right? But yeah, so that day I definitely went home and I was like, I can't take this no more. It was just too much. It was work stress, it was like home stress, like family stress and stuff, and I was like, I need to take 2 weeks off. And it was gonna be a paid 2 weeks off because I had a bunch of like paid time off hours that I never used because I just rarely take off or whatever. So I was like, let me just use all of these hours that I had, right? And now I'm like telling my manager about the situation. For one, my manager didn't care. She didn't care about either one of the situations. They had no sympathy for the fact that I just lost my father. Literally, they had no sympathy that I was going through a hard time. Well, when I first did tell them that I lost my father, they had a little bit of sympathy. But like when it was coming to the times, coming closer to the times of the holidays, and I told them that I was having a hard time like coming to work early and having a hard time like with a specific shift supervisor, manager didn't care, no sympathy. I told her, she was just like, no, she completely something. I was so tired of like my manager not responding. I was so tired of like, well, this only happened one time, but I was tired of the fact that I missed the whole paycheck. But that's really the story, and this is the worst job experience I've had out of like all of the jobs that I've ever had. Like, I kid you not, and that's like an understatement. Every job I've ever been at, sweet co-workers. I would say the second close job I've been to was not even bad because of the job. It was bad because of the pay. But I signed up for it, so I was like, I couldn't be that mad. But I did wind up quitting because the pay was too low. But that's another story. But yeah, that's literally. Should I drop the name of the job? I don't know if I should say the name of the job. I don't know. It was just really toxic. A really toxic environment. Everybody talked about everybody. I mean, like so much drama. People talking about people, and then literally like being buddy with them the next day, acting like they just didn't ever say nothing. I'm talking like manager favoritism, like to an extreme level, to the point where people get promotions not based off of the work they do, but based off of the favoritism and how well they treat the manager, not the work they can do. Because it doesn't matter if they come late or, you know, not going above and beyond or nothing. They just get a promotion. Just handing out promotions left and right. You get a promotion, you get a promotion, you get a promotion. But only to the ones that are favorited. It's not based on work ethic at all. And, you know, I used to be really excited to work at this job. But now that I've worked there, I see that I wasn't really